Following Yahshua, welcome again to The Rock. Quick video. I had been asked by a couple of brethren who are in the midst of coming out, how did I build my raised gardens? Well, I have three methods that I use to build my raised gardens. Method number one, this is not my top method, but this is a method that I'm doing right now because I'm building this garden right now. It's the fence posts or fence panels, PVC. So all I do is I cut PVC about, I'd say about 14 inches long. Cut a PVC piece, hammer it in the ground, and screw it in with 2 nails. And I'm doing this area right here, right now, all the way over there. I'm coming around, and I'm doing this. And this is the finished product of one of those gardens. You can see it's got the fence post all the way around. And then I just use PVC piping, hammered it into the ground. That's one method, although not my top method. Method number two, here's my herb garden. Cinder blocks. For those of you who remember, I cut this tree down and it fell over my garden. You can see it right there. See, this tree right here fell, and you can see it right there. Yeah, it fell right across here. Well, I ended up cutting it out and replacing that post. But cinder blocks. I've also used rocks. Big rocks that I dig up, I'll use those. And this is an effective method. This is my herb garden right here. I got some mints there, spearmint, lemon balm, some sage, and then pineapple sage in the middle. This is oregano and chives, but this is another method, my bricks. I'm just going to show you a couple of my gardens, how I build them. And then right over here, you'll see I have another brick raised bed. We are growing our red leaf or red flamed lettuce here. And we are growing some, that's kale. And I kind of some green beans in here, but you can see. And then we also plant in the cells. We plant in the cells. Let me see if I have some cells. Oh, here we go. Got some little pretty flowers that I liked. And just threw them in there and they planted. Now the base of this garden is an actual log. And that is my primary and first option of building gardens. Is I use what is naturally around me. Here, we cut these trees down. When we first got here, I arranged the posts. And if you go all the way down, you'll see it's all wood posts all the way down. Wood from the trees that I cut down. I just cut them in sections that I can move them. Now that one right there, that's a pine right there. Going all the way down. That one fell like that. I didn't move that one. Obviously, and the pine, it's eaten out in the middle, so it's really soft. This is also another pine. You can see the holes in it. This is another method that I use for my gardening. Like right here, I have a garden where I'm using cinder block. I'm also using wood, or the trees from the one I cut down right here. And then because it's coming at a slant, and I don't want the water to wash away my plants that I'm planting, I made like a break. So I used some of these rocks to make a break, and planting all that down there. Got fig trees down there and corn, and I have another break right there. So I use, oh yeah, we're trying different methods of potatoes. We have the tire method, which is going well. And then we also have the method where I'm just putting them in the soil. As you can see, they're popping up too. And as you can see, this garden right here, again, is posts. Here's another herb garden. Those are strawberries. That's sweet mint down there. This is peppermint. And then we have our rosemary right there, and thyme right there. But as you can see, I use this wood post for these gardens. And then use some cinder block, I have a couple left over. Right here, this is blueberries. You see they're starting to fruit. But blueberries like acidic soil, so you can see I put a lot of pine needles in here. But also that right there is a pine that I cut down. Pine, I put some rocks there on the bottom. And I like rocks because as rocks erode, they release trace minerals. You ever heard of rock dust? Technically you can make your own rock dust by just crushing rocks. But there's a lot of minerals in rock that is important for your plants to grow. It's important to provide it so you eat the most nutritious foods. You know, when you are eating your foods, you want those trace minerals. There's a lot of minerals. Look at the minerals that are in rock, and you'll see what you are missing. And then also right here, another garden that I'm starting, and I just took a fallen tree, laid it out. It's right next to this garden right here. So from here all the way up, just in another garden. So use the materials, more than anything, use the materials that are available to you. If you have tree trunks and you can move them, use those. If you want to go brick, you can use those. I really like these fence posts. I really like those. They work well as a garden, so just use whatever you have to get a garden. You can build a raised bed. I mean, if you look up there, I have a tree down right there I'm going to use for a garden. There I'm going to use for a garden. Use what you have. You know, I got all this down right here. I may end up using some of this for a garden. Use whatever you have, and you can make gardens very, very easily. I've noticed when you make them with wood, a lot of times the wood will decompose and add to your garden. So that's also another benefit of using wood. But use what you have, and it's very easy. It shouldn't be a tedious effort to make a raised bed. You know, this one will take me probably another 15 minutes, and I'll have this one in. And also, that's for another video, but I was reading an ancient book on gardening, and they were telling the story of Joseph and how archaeologists presume he was able to provide as much food as he did during that time. And I'm going to do that video probably tomorrow, but I'll show how we are actually growing in soil, in this soil, look at this soil. This is the soil. I'll show you how we are growing in this with a little bit of an amendment and using what they call a row system. It's called a row system. So this system right here, we just piled in a bunch of leaves. And as you can see, when you move the leaves back, you have soil. It makes, as you can see right there, it makes soil. But it takes time for the leaves to break down. I'm gonna show how to grow in this. And I have been successful at it. It has worked. And I'll do a video on that one. But it's a very easy thing to get a raised bed going. It just takes some time, some ingenuity, and some work. You can do it this way, but you can very easily with a chainsaw. You can very easily have that with a chainsaw. Very easily have that. And we have 4 gardens using tree posts that I cut down, not including these 2. We have 4 gardens, so it's a very easy thing to do. Just get at it. All right, bless you. Shalom.